Good morning, Texas fly fishers. Let's have a look at the tides and the moon this week in Texas. Buenos días y bienvenidos a la cera del lunes por la mañana. Good morning and welcome to the Monday morning sidewalk, folks. Hang on, it's going to be a good one. Waxing to full moon in the middle of the week this week. Then, of course, waning. That's what the moon does. And we are looking at the tides in Port O'Connor. If you look at your screen, you will see the fluctuations of the tide. You will see the moon chart. Please look at it, but don't stare too hard. The fluctuations are not very much, and I'm going to count on you to let me know exactly where the water is. You know, Port O'Connor and the central coast is subject to water fluctuations that are high and low, and especially in the wintertime it gets very interesting with the wind coming from different directions and things like that. So if you're in Port O'Connor, Texas, let me know how much water you got in your system there. Okie doke, let's move on. We know the weather is winter-like now in North Texas, North Central Texas, and that means colder in North Texas area than further south. And, you know, you guys got it made down there. And if you're on the coast, you might get some bluebirds out of this, but it looks like the rain coverage is going to be pretty widespread this week. So I'm inside. Time flies. Fresh sand bass flies. It's coming, people. It's coming. And finishing up on some stories the crack MMI staff has recorded over the past week. The talking weather heads said this cold front trend won't include the back and forth we had last week. These fronts will blow all the way through and drop temperatures for real starting later this week. The North Texas weather pattern is nearly perfect. Perfect. If you are thinking about a trip to Oklahoma's Blue River, which is only about 90 miles north of Fish Camp North, just a hop, skip, and a jump by Texas standards. Guys, come on now. You've got all that gear. You got the rain gear. You got the waterproof underwear. Let's go. Remember, the clock is ticking on the Blue River because that place makes the turn March 1st into a catch and kill, a catch and release area. Has an typically abundant, I haven't sampled it myself, supply of fresh synthetic trout that are slabby, caught and released. So they get smarter. It gets more challenging. So think about Blue River, Oklahoma. Now, I need to let you know, I've got some videos that just came out. Some are very popular for some reason. Those two on Temu, ordering your fly tying supplies and even some gearish stuff direct from China, man. That's kind of wild. Just when the package arrives, I'm like, man, this made it all the way from China. I guess I'm a little bit old when it comes to thinking about things coming from halfway around the world to my front door. But this is a new world. There's a couple of videos about that. And if you're watching as well as listening this morning, I'll just throw a clip in there of that real quick while I'm talking all over it. There's a new video on the fly line mats I sell at texasflycaster.com. Hey, if you're thinking about these mats, I would recommend buying one now because the price increase is guaranteed this year. And guys, it's going to be probably sooner rather than later. It's hard to avoid with what's going on in this United States of America. And, we're going to have some additional expenses as we take over Canada and Greenland? Okay. It's going to cost some money, so that means somebody's going to have to pay for it, and it won't be the people you think. There's also a new video on the sawgrass fly rods. Two videos, actually. One on the Sawgrass YouTube channel and one right here on my channel, Texas Fly Caster. And it's basically talking about the Sawgrass one-piece fly rod. I sell those at Pop's Fly Shop on my website. That's another thing you want to look at because you can get discount codes from me that will save you $100 or more in shipping and discounts on a one-piece, state-of-the-art, awesome. I have 2 already. I'll end up probably with 4 this year, 4 or 5 of them. One-piece sawgrass, naked blank fly rods, 8'10" of pure dynamite. So, let's move on, shall we? It has been the most busy winter I can remember for bringing you content that I hope makes a difference and entertains during these slow North Texas fly fishing times just before we start rocking and rolling in spring. And everybody's getting all antsy about it, but let me just tell you, the sand bass runs have not started here in North Central Texas. No matter what you see or hear, these are not runs. So hang tight. Pull up those reins. Get ready. Get your shoes clean because you're going to get muddy, soggy bottom boys. I am not super happy with the introduction of the Holistic Fly Fisher series, a series that will last a long time. Hey, but I got to get this stuff out of my system and into the air and see if you guys who are baby boomers like me are interested in and going to tune in to ride along with me on this holistic journey that starts now and probably goes on for a very long time. If you look at the screen now, there will be a place where you can subscribe for my Hotspots text group. The number you text and the words you put there are on the screen. It's already the largest group I've ever had for my hot spotting. I've been doing it for several years. This gets you into a loop where I text you guys of what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing about fly fishing, really centered in North Central Texas, but it reaches to other areas based on what you tell me. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? I mean, we're talking minute by minute. I was in 2 places last week, and they were the most interesting places I've never been before. So it was really cool. There's no video from that because, like I said, a lot of the fishing hadn't started up yet. But on my own, I'm going to go back to one of these, Comanche Creek. It's a Comanche Creek Lake, whatever it is. It's the actual heating lake for a nuclear power plant here in central North Texas. And chase tilapia, they've got them by the zillions there. And it's just, I could see them because the guy I was riding with had forward-facing sonar. Ooh, that's another story. Fly fishers have their own forward-facing sonar, and I'm going to tell you all about it. It's such a crossover, you won't believe it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up really quickly. Events. We got to add events to this Monday morning sidewalking, and as far as the fly fishing club life goes this week, you know how I have a fair and balanced approach to the club life, right? You know that. Central Texas Fly Riders and Central Texas Fly Fishers meet on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. This is coming out on Monday. Brazos Valley Fly Fishers meet Thursday. Laguna Madre, not to be confused with the lower Laguna Madre Fly Fishers, meet Thursday as well. And as far as the news of clubs go, I heard the entire board for the Rio Grande Valley's Fly Fishing Club, the Lower Laguna Madre Fly Fishing Association, resigned all at once and en masse. I don't know why, but that's probably not too unusual for fly fishing clubs when you consider the thankless work that so many do behind the scenes year after year. People get tired, you know. Needs to be some fresh blood. I've already told you my opinion on that. If you don't know what it is, go back and watch the video on clubs and the club life. I'll put a link right here in the top. Just click on that. You have to look again. I'm pretty sad about that because if you combine the club hitting probably what I'm guessing is either an all-time low or a Phoenix moment, and the permanent closing of Los Pescadores Coffee and Outfitters on South Padre Island, you've got a dual blow to that community that I love. I love the South Texas Rio Grande Valley community of fly fishers, and that is very sad for the community aspect. I don't care about the business aspect, but the community aspect, gathering of fly fishers. I love you guys. I wish you well. You got a lot to do down there as far as advocacy and stopping the dumping of water. I'm guessing you can't do it now. It doesn't matter. Permits and laws and injunctions and all that. You're going up against Elon, so good luck with that. One more major, huge event. The Houston Fly Fishing Show kicks on this week, and that one is a real doozy, running from this Thursday through the weekend. I have a link to that show in my description, and if you're close, you gotta go. You just gotta go. I mean, come on, guys. This one is primarily just like the real world, conventional fishing, but there is the offshore guys, which is fun to look at. Of course, the outboards they're using now are about 7 feet tall, and they usually have 2 or 3 of them on back of their boat on the stern. So it's really, really wild to get a picture with one of those setups. But of course, you might find some really high-end skiffs. I'm guessing Sabine, and now they're very high-end. And of course, Chitham will probably be there too, back in the corner. I have videos. I think I have some videos back in the back stock of all these videos I've done about the Houston show. I can't make it. I'm just not going to make it. The weather's got me socked in. I'm having to wear my bright yellow glasses. Remember that story? And it's just not going to happen for me this year unless I luck out and get a free ride from somebody. All right, guys. This Monday morning is a wrap. There won't be any new posts on the TexasFlycaster.com website for a while, as my friends in India are working furiously to implement the new Texas Flycaster website. And anything I post now will be lost in the crossover. Thanks for listening. Thanks for looking at this one, because it's got a few little visuals in it. And we will talk to you soon.